sense. I can see that there's a step-by-step reasoning process there. So if families are, so let me finish. If stable families are this main determinant of long-term happiness for human beings, and then you have a religion that something like adultery is disastrous. It completely destroys the fabric of society, of society, because number one, your relationships won't be as strong between husband and wife. That has a lot of negative consequences for children. Children won't be raised in stable families. You have adultery, which creates children out of wedlock. And then that means that the father is not sure whether this child is really his or is it another man's. And so that kind of kinship bond is lost because adultery is so widespread within society, right? So this, when we look at the statistics within the West, what has single motherhood actually created statistically in terms of suffering? Children who are raised by single mothers are far more likely to do drugs, to fall into crime and all kinds of antisocial behavior. Those children are far more likely to drop out of school. They're far more likely to have mental health problems. They're far more likely. So many of these statistics, like look at these lone shooters, these mass shootings that happen at schools. Over 90% of mass shooters are being raised in single-parent households. So there's this massive cost. There's this massive social dysfunction that's created by single motherhood. And Islam is blocking very clearly the route. Yes, it is. Read Freakonomics. Read Freakonomics. Read Freakonomics.
You're arguing that people commit these crimes that we find unacceptable and shocking just because of
No, I didn't say just because. I didn't say just. I say it's a big correlative factor.
No.
Right?
You are arguing that society becomes unstable, and that society must become more stable, and in order to become more stable, we should apply these Islamic laws. For example, we should, if there is adultery or fornication going on, then crimes from offspring will increase, which is why we should prevent the original cause of that by restricting adultery and punishing it with death. That is your original argument.
No, the original argument is that social cohesion, which prevents the state of nature that causes so much destruction, is based on things like kinship bonds. And the Islamic scholars, if you read the books of Islamic scholarship, they explicitly mention this. They say preservation of nasab, preservation of lineage. It is so valuable and important for a child to know who his father is.